Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all eventually to the old farmhouse here in Reef on the island of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides. And I had a couple of wee technical problems there, but hopefully we've managed to get going. In fact, we might not have managed at all to get going because the weather's been incredible here. The wind last night was brutal, and I thought I was going to have to cancel it, but miraculously, it's all calmed down and it's quiet, and there's no rattling roofs or anything. And so we're actually in the old part of this is an old part of the house which I've kind of retained like it would have been in the 1850s. And it's kind of like people call it Doogie's Museum. But it's great, it's a great space, and we've had some great parties in here. So I thought I would start off with this wee song. It's a vaguely a love song of mine, and hopefully everything is... that was quite. And you'll notice that I don't have the tatty faces with me tonight, and they're back in Butterstone, and they were a wee bit pissed off that I wasn't taking them up to the island, But to make them feel that they're here, I've got a picture of them in the corner there. It also helps me not be so lonely. So, so they're probably back getting stuck in the beer back at Butterstone or something. And here's the song. It's vaguely a love song. Oh, we are not made of stone. We're halfway there and halfway gone. We bend and believe in the strength of the light, in the signs we receive. And we are not careful, clear. We struggle on from year to year on the waves of our fate. We drift like the boat that is anchored too late. Oh, but I'm not alone in the source of this wildest unknown, for she is the deepest part of me. She is the deepest part of me. And we do not have the truth to tell. Some have flown while others fell. And what seemed to be right now darkens our way, clouds in our sight. And we do not have the eyes to see the magic and the mystery, and the place that they fell that allows us to sleep so silent and still. Oh, but I'm not alone in the force of this wildest unknown, for she is the deepest part of me. She is the deepest part. And when resolution seems so far away, time always turns into the light of day. And see me when I lose the place, stumble blindly, fall from grace. Oh, we're filled with the need to shout out aloud, to follow, to lead. And we are not made of stone. We're halfway there and halfway gone. bend and believe in the strength of the light and the signs we receive. Oh, but I'm not alone in the force of this wildest unknown, for she is the deepest part of me. 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 Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, She Is the Deepest Part of Me. And I hope you're getting this all right. It's very technically difficult to do these wee broadcasts from the island up here, because our broadband isn't that great. And but this is our Hebridean global streaming theatre in the old bothy at Reef and on the island of Lewis. Anyway, I thought I would continue with this wee song, and it's and it seems to me that as you go through life, you're allowed to make mistakes. You know, you're allowed to fall down and make mistakes. The one thing you mustn't do is kind of lie down and give up and do nothing, you know. And at least if you're, Jerry just laughed there because of the couple of little technical difficulties we had earlier on. But hopefully, are we all going good now? Yeah, well, everything's kind of under control now. And it really is quite a challenge, like I said. And but the one thing you mustn't do is lie down and give up, and that's what this wee song's about. And so we'll try it and see how we go on. That was the fiddle bit in the one. Try it. Speak your mind, she said, but there are words best left alone. Try to be kind, she said, for there's no grace in doing wrong. And when you're standing on your highest hill and you shout but no one hears, you can fall, but you must not lie down. You can fall, but you must not lie down. I know you're lost in the deep of the fiddle's sweet sound. Oh, you can fall, you must not lie down. You can try singing that chorus as well. It's not that difficult. We get a wee global choir going here. You can fall, but you must not lie down. You can fall, but you must not lie down. I know you're lost in the deep of the fiddle's sweet sound. Oh, you can fall, but you must not lie down. Pull in your tired wings. There's no need to know it all. Listen how the silence sings. Well, now's the time for standing tall. And when you're standing on your highest hill, and you shout but no one hears, you can fall, but you must not lie down. You can fall, but you must not lie down. I know you're lost in the deep of the fiddle's sweet sound. Oh, you can fall, you must not lie down. Try to be fiddle bit, man. Da 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 da. We've got a global orchestra now as well. Da 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 da. Dream on, little one. There are flowers in your hair. See what the time has done. It's scattered diamonds everywhere. And when you're standing on your highest hill, and you shout but no one hears, you can fall, but you must not lie down. You can fall, but you must not lie down. I know you're lost in the deep of the fiddle's sweet sound. Oh, you can fall, but you must not lie down. Let's try it one more time, yeah? You can fall, but you must not lie down. You can fall, you must not lie down. I know you're lost in the deep of the fiddle's sweet sound. Oh, you can fall, but you must not lie down. Da 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 da. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, "Not Lie Down." And I'm getting the vibe in the old farmhouse here. I'm getting the orchestral vibe, and I'm getting the global choral vibe happening here. I'm going to do this song. I thought I couldn't get away without without doing this song when I've been here, when I wrote this song up here years ago, and it was a kind of night like last night when I wrote it. Well, actually, I wrote it after watching a caravan tumbling past the window just up there in this gale. Because one of the great things about this part of, we're about 500 yards from the big long beach and reef here. We're right out on the edge of the European continent, and one of the great things about here is that when the big Atlantic storms come in, it's just vicious. You feel nature right in your face like this, you know, and it puts everything into a great perspective. And so I wrote this song, and in the chorus of the song has mentions a gentleman called Finn, who is actually sitting through in my kitchen, watching this on his iPad, hopefully. And Finn and I are old pals, and he's actually sitting round the table that I actually wrote the first verse about. So he might pop in later on. But before I do the song, I was going to show you a couple of things that are really interesting from this part of Reef. And when I come up here at first, all the crofters used to brand the horns so that they could tell what croft the sheep were from, because there's just a kind of grazing, so the sheep just grazed around. So what they did was they had a branding iron, and they would brand a number of the crofts, because the crofts have all got numbers on Reef here from 1 to 15, and they would all get a number. And I don't know if you can see that. Jenny might be able to kind of go to the close-up shot. And you can see that there's 8 RU, which means 8 Reef, 13. So I went to a fank. I went to a place where they were gathering the sheep, maybe 30 years ago, and I got all the guys to put their brands onto this piece of wood. They don't do this anymore. There are no brands anymore. It's an old thing, and this is a lovely thing to have as a record of. And most of the gentlemen that would have these crofts are also long gone, but it just gives you an idea of. And I was very lucky that day I decided to get them all to, when they were finished doing their sheep, to stick their branding iron on this piece of wood, and it's a very precious thing for me. And these branding irons were seemingly all made by a blacksmith in Stornoway, who also made these, which are, I don't know if Jenny can get these. I just thought I would show you them because it's really, really interesting. I kind of collect this kind of stuff, and these are a set of peat tongs. They're not for working with coal. They're not for working with logs. They're specially designed for turning over peats in a fire. Beautifully handmade by the same blacksmith that made the irons for the sheep. And Finn told me his name, but I've forgotten it. Skellag, I believe the gentleman's name was, and he made all the peat irons and all the tongs and the brands for the sheep. So I just thought I would share you that with a couple of wee local things, just to just to give you a sense of the place. Anyway, this song has an easy chorus, which Finn has just popped his head through the door there. So hi Finn. So you might join him and get a wee bit of a global choir with Finn. So you sing, I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. And here we go. So we'll try it, see how we go on. Find me sitting at this table with my friend Finn and my friend John. My friend Mardani tells us stories of things long gone, long gone. And we will take a glass together. Whiskey makes it all so clear. It fires our dulled imagination, and I feel so near, so near. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. That's what you sing. When we do it again, and we'll see if we can get a noise from this. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. The old man looks out to the islands. He says this place is endless thin. There's no real distance here to mention. We might all fall in, all fall in. No distance to the spirits of the living. No distance to the spirits of the dead. And as he turned, his eyes were shining. Proudly said, you can think about it. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. And this is where you're going to sing it on your own, and you're going to be helped, I think, by Finn and Jenny up the back there. We're going to try it on your own. Here we go. I feel so near. Fantastic. You hear Finn singing at the back there? Finn and I were singing a couple of Gaelic, Finn's a lovely Gaelic singer. He was singing a couple of Gaelic songs for me before we started. And we'll do it again. We'll see if we'll get a wee bit louder with a wee bit harmony on your own. Here we go. I feel so near. We build our tower constructions there to mark our place in time. We justify our great destructions as on we climb, on we climb. But now the journey doesn't seem to matter. Destinations faded out, but gathering out along the headlands, I hear the children shout, children shout. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. Let's hear you, go on. I feel so near to the crashing of the winds. I feel so flowers in the fields. I feel so near. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields, and I feel so near to the howling of the wind. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ben. Thank you very much for that. That's my wee song, Feel So Near. In fact, the tatty faces will be really pissed off because they'll have heard Finn singing along and they'll be getting a wee bit worried in case they're getting... But anyway, that's a bit of fun, and it really is like that out here. It is kind of like an amazing place for just to be for the weather. The weather changes. Like last night, you wouldn't have been able to hear yourself talking in here because of the wind rattling the roof, and now it's beautifully calm. So that's bringing us to the end, and I hope, I'm not sure whether everything's gone all right, whether the stream's going out or not. Hopefully you're all receiving this wherever you're watching from. I'm going to, just my thing fell down here. I'm going to finish off with this wee song, and I'm going to have a mouthful of my port here. Look at the big glass I've got. I don't have a little glass for my port here up at the house, so it gives me an excuse to have a much bigger glass. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed your wee visit to Reef. Go and Google it on Google Earth, and you'll if you go, it's Reef, RIOF, in Uig on the west coast of the island of Lewis. So you can go and Google it and see where we're doing. And this is live. This has not been recorded, as you can tell, because anything can happen. And I will finish with this wee song. I just have to do a couple of things. Okay, so see how we go. So, yeah, so let me go ahead and see what every day's an darkness falls, and you're standing alone. And the dreams that we dream upon set us free to fly. And hold on, little darling, us free to fly. Every day's another day. Every moment now or never. It isn't very far away, but it leads us on forever. And as the darkness falls and you're standing alone, dawn will heal the heart. So hold on, little darling, hold on. In the wisp of a whisper it's gone, and the dreams that we dream upon will set us free to fly. Hold on, little darling, hold on. In the swift of a river it's gone, the road that we travel on will set us free to fly. Want to try that one with me? Go on, try it. Come on. Hold on, little darling, hold on. In the wisp of a whisper it's gone, and the dreams that we dream upon will set us free to fly. And hold on, little darling, hold on. In the swift of a river it's gone, and the road that we travel on will set us free to fly. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, A Wisp of a Whisper. And I hope you've enjoyed the wee half hour on the Saturday night and a wee visit to the old farmhouse here on the island of Lewis. So we seemed to manage to get the technical problems to settle down, but it was a wee bit tense earlier on. But I hope you've all managed to hang in there with us. I'm just going to. There's much I've left to say now, but thank you all for watching. Thanks to Finn for his choruses, and for Jenny for pressing the buttons. And I always like to take a few moments out just to kind of say thanks to all the NHS workers, all the people, all the carers, all the people who are still helping us get through this crazy time. You know, you can see the kind of end of the tunnel now, but there's still a lot of stuff that people are having to do, which is, you know, makes everything so much harder just to help us get through, and we all really appreciate that. So if any of you are watching, whether you're truck drivers or school teachers or NHS workers or care workers, you know, thank you very, very much for all that you've been doing. And I'll leave you with that. Look forward to seeing you all again next weekend back down at the Global Streaming Theatre in Butterstone. That's if it hasn't been torched by the tatty faces while I was away, because they're not happy about not getting a wee trip up to the island, you know. And I don't think the picture's going to do much to kind of console their disappointments, you know. But anyway, I'll see you all get further on, and you all take care of yourself. Stay cheery. Hope you're all looking after each other, and stay cheery and smile like a tatty face. And I'll see you all next weekend. Night night. Aikava.